Russia, officially the Russian Federation, is the largest country in the world, located in Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. It is a semi-presidential federal republic with a constitution consisting of 83 federal subjects. It emerged as a separate state after the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. Russia borders Norway, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and Poland, Belarus, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, China, Mongolia, and North Korea. From the northwest to the southeast, it has maritime borders with Japan through the Sea of Aktau and with Alaska and the United States through the Bering Strait. Russia is the largest country in the world, covering 1/8 of the Earth's total land area. The country has a total area of 17,075,400 square kilometers. Russia is the world's 9th most populous country, with an estimated 143 million people as of 2012. Due to its location in Eastern Europe, Russia spans 11 time zones and has a diverse climate. It is a country in Eurasia. It is a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council and one of the world's top 5 nuclear powers. The name Russia comes from the medieval state of Rus, where the majority of the population belonged to the East Slavic tribes. In later history, this name became more prominent when its people called the country, meaning Russian land or land of the Rus. To distinguish it from the name of Russia and the state that emerged from it, it is called Kievan Rus in modern history. The name Russia comes from a tribe called Rus, who were originally a group of Varangians, and who first founded a state called Rus. An old Latin version of the word Rus was Ruthenia, which was used more in southern and western Russia, and this region bordered Catholic Europe. The country's current name comes from the Byzantine Greek word G omega sigma sigma Y alpha Rosia Kievan Raz. The inhabitants of Russia are called Russians. The country's history began between the 3rd and 8th centuries AD with the East Slavs, who were a recognized people in Europe. Later, it was founded and ruled by the Varangian warriors and their descendants, and the country began to rise in the 9th century. In 988 AD, Orthodox Christianity was adopted from the Byzantine Empire. This resulted in a fusion of Byzantine and Slavic cultures that would persist for the next millennium. Russia was divided into many smaller regions, and much of the land was trampled by Mongol invasions and became a haven for nomads. The Grand Dukes of Moscow eventually gained control of the surrounding Russian territories and gained independence from the nomads. They largely controlled the politics and culture of Kiev and Rus. By the 18th century, the nation had expanded its empire through conquest, annexation, and exploration. From Poland in Europe to Alaska in North America, the 3rd largest empire in history. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Russia's planned economy ended and the capitalist economy expanded unbridled in the 1990s. As a result, most of the wealth was concentrated in the hands of a few powerful individuals. In 2003, the Russian government broke up the oil company Yukos, which led to a return to authoritarianism. Although the United States and the European Union classified Russia as a free market economy in 2002, government regulation still plays a major role. The Russian economy collapsed in 1998, but high oil prices helped Russia overcome the crisis. Despite the need for economic reforms, Russia has enjoyed a decade of robust economic growth. In 2006, its growth rate was 7%. Russia is currently a free market economy. Vast reserves of natural gas, oil, and coal play a major role in the Russian economy. The Russian economy is the 10th largest in the world. Since the beginning of the 21st century, sound political balance and internal management have contributed to the expansion of the Russian economy. In 2000, the average monthly income of the Russian people was 80 United States dollars, which increased to 21,192 rubles in 2010. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, 40% of the population in Russia was below the national poverty line in 1998, which fell to 13% by 2010. By mid-2006, Russia was able to pay off most of its foreign debt and is now one of the least indebted countries in the world. A large part of Russia's economy is dependent on natural resources. Efforts are being made to reduce its dependence on natural resources by prioritizing large-scale industrialization. The fact that a large part of Russia's economy is controlled by the Moscow region alone is a problem. In addition, there has been no significant infrastructural development since 1990. However, the Russian government has announced that it will spend US $1 trillion on infrastructure development by